There's three things in life that everyone can be sure of: life, death, and that every single year, Adam Sandler will star in some movie that's so terrible it should never have been made. But people will see it anyways? Today we're talking about this year's installment in this inevitable annual event, Sandy Wexler, another movie in Adam Sandler's never-ending Netflix deal, which has brought us such hits as The Ridiculous Six and The Do-Over. Why do people keep watching these? And why am I one of them? I guess I just love suffering. I'm Ryan O'Rourke, and this is Real Talk. My first impression of Sandy Wexler was, this isn't that bad for an Adam Sandler movie, and that's true. But then you start having horror flashbacks to other Sandler films like Pixels and Jack and Jill, and you're like, hey, at least in this movie, things sound like jokes. But then you take a step back and realize how low a bar that is, and how compared to normal movies, Sandy Wexler is passable at best. I will say that there are times in Sandy Wexler where you will laugh a bit, but put heavy emphasis on a bit. Set in the 1990s, Sandler plays oddball Hollywood agent Sandy Wexler, who acquires middle-of-the-road Hollywood talents by lying constantly. He then discovers Courtney Clark, an amazing singer who's stuck wasting her talents in a job at Disneyland. Wexler takes her under his wing and makes her a superstar, and he becomes her most trusted friend despite his not-so-credible advice. This movie won't let you forget it's set in the 90s, by the way, with hilarious in-jokes like, "Don't invest in Apple, invest in Blockbuster Video," and other gut-busting jokes like that one all throughout. The plot of the movie is very basic, and everything that happens makes sense, but for some reason, the writers didn't have that much faith in their audience to understand this incredibly simple plot. So a lot of times, whenever something happens in the movie or someone feels an emotion, the movie will cut to celebrity interviews that recount what just happened, in case you missed it. For example, when Sandy leaves Courtney as a client, you can tell he's sad because he reacts that way, right? But then it cuts to a celebrity friend of Sandy's saying, "Yeah, he was pretty torn up about it." I know he's pretty torn up about it, Henry Winkler. I just saw that happen 2 seconds ago. Ugh. Anyways, the movie itself is very character-driven, which wasn't helpful considering Sandy Wexler is the same bland type of character that Adam Sandler always plays. Wexler is a well-off guy who has an ambiguous source of income, where the stupidity of his character is used as the movie's main source of comedy. Sandler also does an annoying high-pitched nasally voice for the character, for every line he speaks, for over 2 hours. What I really couldn't stand in this movie was Jennifer Hudson's acting. She overacted in the cheesiest way possible, like she was doing a Dorothy impression from The Wizard of Oz in every scene. She was similar to most female characters in Adam Sandler movies in that she didn't really have more to her and a personality than an admiration for Adam Sandler's character. And it's honestly shocking that she's so unlikable because Adam Sandler's character is more bearable to watch than Jennifer Hudson's, and he's the one who speaks every line in high-pitched squeals. My absolute least favorite part of the movie, though, was how long it felt. While the actions make sense, they weren't very well developed, and the film didn't feel like there was a driving force driving it forward. Because of that, the movie will drag on, and you just want it to end, but it just keeps going. I paused the movie about an hour in, thinking, all right, we're probably almost done, but then I looked at the bar on the screen and actually shouted out loud, "There's still a whole hour left?" That's right. This Adam Sandler movie is 2 hours and 10 minutes long, unlike other Adam Sandler flicks that clock in at a mere 90 minutes. At least those were kind enough to spare me the extra half hour of suffering. At the end of this movie, I was honestly somewhat disappointed it wasn't more shockingly terrible. I was going into it hoping that it would be terrible because I didn't think it was going to be good, and it would at least be so bad that it would be an experience to see how terrible it is, but it wasn't even horrible enough to be enjoyable. It was just a passable Adam Sandler movie, which translate into over 2 hours long, and you'll never laugh more than small chuckles like, throughout, and you'll just want it to end. This movie's so mediocre, I can't even recommend it for people who want a so bad it's good movie. Just don't watch it. You'll thank me later. That's all we have for this episode of Real Talk. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to hit subscribe and watch all our episodes. If you like this video, check out Emertainmentmonthly.com for updates on all the newest hit movie reviews. I'm your host, Ryan O'Rourke, and I need to go watch a good movie and forget Sandy Wexler. It was not good.